Video games serve many different purposes for many different people. It is typically used socially, competitively, professionally, and of course for fun. Every video game I've ever played for more than 10 hours has been for fun. The type of game doesn't even matter. It's just about throwing myself into the mechanics and the story in order to project happiness. But what exactly makes a game fun? It's a little hard to answer because bad games don't always mean no fun. Overwatch 2, for instance, is in a lot of hot water. The heavy use of monetization has pushed a lot of fans away when it made the switch to a sequel. Not to mention the amount the developers didn't even deliver on during the original announcement is definitely not a good look. Yet playing this game with few friends really can be fun for maybe 3 or so rounds. Is it the people, the way the gameplay forces team play? What makes it fun? Well, most likely it's both. As the game provides the format that encourages teamwork, having friends in that format makes it a fun cooperative challenge with a little group competitive spice. I can never play Overwatch alone because it would be the most unenjoyable shooter ever, and yet adding the friends into the game completely flips the script for me. So with that in mind, I don't want to use Overwatch 2 as a discussion point. The game is unenjoyable without people to talk some shit with during, so I'm going to be focusing on a game I've played primarily single player recently. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, as well as the whole franchise that I've played. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remastered released in 2020, but I recently picked it up as it was added to Steam 3 days ago for half the price of writing this. In just 3 days, I've already dropped 15 hours on the game and completed everything but the free play stages that come after completing the first 2 games. It was a real blast and made me want to make this video because this game is pure fun to me and made me remember all the previous Tony Hawk games I have played and also share a similar experience with. Growing up, I played Tony Hawk's Underground for Xbox 360, Tony Hawk American Skateland for the DS, Tony Hawk's Proving Ground for the DS, Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD for PC, and now Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remastered for PC. The PC games I played with the controller, by the way, because I'm not a psychopath. Come on. Jokes aside though, what makes these games different from Overwatch 2 and how they generate fun for me? Firstly, the single player aspect makes it so I enjoy the game for the game. Not because me and my friends have fun hurling insults that could get us in prison or make us feel close. It is just about experiencing the gameplay, which stands out by itself. Monster Hunter is a game I play by myself and also some co-op on the side. The problem with that is that when I play by myself, I'm certainly multitasking with a show, YouTube video, or a podcast. The 10 plus minutes it takes each fight just leaves too much repetitive time to not do something else. Tony Hawk games, on the other hand, have maintained my full attention throughout all of them. I listen to the amazing soundtracks, I watch the combos string together and make the number go higher, and I grind to land beautiful combos of grabs and flip tricks to be as steezy as possible. It keeps me heavily engaged, and that even makes it hard for me to talk to people while I'm playing because I'm just so engrossed. It's 100% my style. Lastly, I have grown up playing Tony Hawk games through my years and even started to try skateboarding during my early teen years on a penny board because my mother was scared I would get brutally hurt on a real board that could actually flip. Today, I skate around my dense city where I reside, beating down bike lanes, popping over damaged roads from construction, and falling when I get too comfortable. I try to make it to the skate park at least once a week to work on more basics to improve slowly but steadily. All of this has led me to absolutely adore this series and make it nothing but fun. So how did the franchise capture me so heavily and create this amazing new kind of fun for me? Well, I would have been around 8 when my neighbors sold me a couple DS games for like $20. In the mix of Lego Harry Potter, Call of Duty Black Ops DS, and Pokemon Black 2 was Tony Hawk Proving Ground for the DS. Honestly, of the bunch, it was the last game I touched. I haven't played the Black Ops game more, which, if you know how that one worked, it was a strange one. I played it and didn't really get the controls at first, but my boredom at some point must have actually broken me because I would learn and then it would be a blast from there. I must have played that game at least 100 hours, and it's honestly not that complex of a game. After beating the career mode, I would even go back to 100% the game, collecting everything and getting the max rating for each level. It was a grind, but so much fun, especially unlocking the game mods that allowed for even more stupid fun. After the game was complete, I would still hop on out of boredom and just skate around, just dreaming of doing this myself once I was more grown. I'm not sure for what birthday, but I would get Tony Hawk American Skateland next. I met it with the same enthusiasm and just absolutely blew it away, playing it every second of car rides and deep into the night. Mario Kart and New Super Mario Bros. Couldn't possibly pull me away from this new series. The neighbor who sold me the games also had Tony Hawk Underground on the Xbox 360 that showed much more detailed environments than compared to the DS. I could roam that game for hours. I never fully played the game, unfortunately, because I only got to play when I was over there occasionally. Mostly when me and my brother hung out with the neighbor, it was mostly outside, just horsing around. The other non-DS game was Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD, which I would play on the home desktop. It is a remaster of Pro Skater 1, 2, and getting 3 added later. It was a blast as I had not experienced the old games as I was a bit of a younger fan. But all of this would lead to today where I'm trying to learn to shove it consistently and then boom, full HD remakes of the original Pro Skater 1 and 2. I did know they existed, but on PC they were exclusively on the Epic's Game Store for about $20. I like everything on Steam and the price seemed a little too much, so I held out and actually forgot about it existing. As soon as they hit Steam though, I bought and I immediately started downloading them to play later that night. Not expecting much, I got on them and proceeded to spend at least 3 hours of uninterrupted play, just absolutely engrossed in learning the tech and combos. It all felt amazing, just like it always had. I always knew I loved the franchise, but I was somewhat afraid to go back since I played them so long ago and I didn't know if they would be the same. Luckily, the game truly is special to me. I haven't gotten enough of it and I'm going to grind the levels to at least get a million score on each. It's crazy how much a thing can be so simple and repetitive and yet still entertain me like a child. Isn't that it though? To be entertained like a child or to have fun like a child. Just playing a game that has flaws but doesn't matter because you're in love. No stress, cares, or thoughts besides grind that rail, keep that manual going, and hit that 540 Christ air with the 180 Vario kickflip after, then revert on the bottom for an amazing combo. It's really the best description. Video games are fun because you can feel like a kid again. Seeing things for the first time, not thinking about a scary future, and doing something with no consequences. You just get to be lost in nothing until you get dragged back to work again. It's the best thing ever. I'm the happiest I've ever been having moved out and still having maintained friendships, but it doesn't matter. Even after always wanting to grow up, I still want to go back sometimes and forget everything in the moment. Monster Hunter, Overwatch, CSGO, and even Hades doesn't make me feel young. It's a curated enjoyment I've created through growing and becoming an adult. While offering, still fun, it's not the same. They each have other motives for why I play, whether I connect with the game or friends while playing. It's not the same as just playing for the simple reason of it's fun. I hear all the time that gaming isn't fun anymore because you grow up and realize all the problems and gain a looming fear it's just all a waste of time. It definitely depends on the person, but I also think that they just never found their game. Nothing to make them feel like they just started gaming again. Never able to turn burnout on its head and completely reverse the effects. Never able to find gaming really that fun ever again. I've been in that spot, but I've always found my way out. A game I've never heard of that just takes over. Becoming all I do after school, work, meals, chores, doesn't matter. A game that's truly freeing. I implore you to find your game. If it's not in your current sphere, you need to breach out and look everywhere. Look through storefronts, gameplay trailers, try some demos, ask some friends about what locked them into their games. It's easier than ever to find games, so put down the game that has you wishing you were a kid and find a game that makes you a kid again. It's probably not Tony Hawk games that I hold dear, so I can't help you there, but think about forgotten games you played as a kid or a genre you always wanted to try. Don't be afraid to play something your circle doesn't fuck with. If you're truly passionate about gaming, your game is out there. It unfortunately doesn't have legs, so you'll have to find it, and I know you can do it. So grab that childhood excitement of playing something that traps you from doing anything else. Because as a kid, you did things only for the enjoyment they provided. It wasn't to be the best or to show off directly. It was because younger you was truly passionate with nothing holding them back. Find that game that addicts you with passion. Something that makes you feel like a kid again, because that is what it means for a game to be fun. Whew, now that's out of the way, I can go back to grinding them kickflips. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, I hope you drop a like, send us a little comment saying it was cool or how we can improve. Appreciate you for watching or listening, whatever you do, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.